Welcome back guys to our value investing channel. Today we are going to discuss again about Viacom CBS. We have already done a full analysis of the company and you can find it in the link just above. But as you know, we are a value investor, so we like to understand the business, but we also like to follow the business in their growth. And today we are going to discuss about the last quarterly result ended on 31st of March. So we want to understand if the company is still running positively with their business, even because we have already invested in Viacom CBS, and so it's in our portfolio. If you would like to see our portfolio, you will find the link just below in the description. But let's start to analyzing the data and the result for this company. I will not go too much inside the detail of the business and the data overall of the company, because we have already done a full video about it, so you can find the video again just above. But I want to focus on what are the actual results of the company. And we can start to see the revenue of the company in the first quarter of 2021. We have a result of 7.4 billion, that is 14% up compared year over year compared to the first quarter of 2020. It seems a really good result, but we need to understand even that the first quarter of 2020 was a little bit special because of pandemic reason. But if we have a look to all quarter results, so we can see that today in March with 7.4 billion, this is the highest quarter of the company since March 2019. So it's absolutely the highest one. So it's a record for Viacom, and this is absolutely a perfect and positive aspect, because even if the main part of the business of this company is growing slowly, we have a new part that is the streaming one, and we are going to focus on the streaming part just in a while, that is really high growth. In fact, let's check where those money come from. We have 2.6 billion and 2 billion that comes from general advertising and affiliate. But if we focus on the streaming part, that is the new one, so we can see that we have a result of 800 million. That could seem a small result, but we need to understand that this number is 65% more on the first quarter of 2020. So the streaming part is really growing in a fast rate. And nowadays, those 800 million are equal to 11% of total revenue. So we can easily think that in the next future, those revenue will still growing, because we have this streaming part that is a really high rate growth. And we are going to focus just in a while to see the specific number of the streaming part. Just before, we can just see how all the business pillars of this company are all growing. TV entertainment is growing by 19%, then we have cable networks that is growing by 14%, and then we have film entertainment with Paramount that is growing 23%. So those record quarterly results brings the company to have a cash that is much higher compared to the last quarter. So we come from 2.9 billion and nowadays the cash is 5.4 billion. But maybe the most important part is the long-term debt, that it was 19.7 billion and now they decreased to 17.7 billion. So those really positive financial results brings the company to have less debt and more cash. So it's just a fantastic position for this company, because we have seen that we have highest revenue compared to the recent past, we have much more cash, we have less debt, and we have the streaming part that is really growing. And let's check more in detail how much is growing this streaming part and what is the future for this kind of business. In the streaming part, we have two drivers. One is the Pluto TV. Again, if you want to understand more in detail what this project is about, just check the full analysis that we have done. And the other part is the global streaming one, and we are going to see in a while what is this about. But it's absolutely great to see that both of them are improving the number of subscribers. In fact, compared to the last quarter of 2020, we have 6 million more subscribers in the global streaming, and we have 6.4 million more subscribers in the Pluto Pluto TV. And about Pluto TV, we can say as well that in the first quarter of 2021 has been launched in France, so nowadays is in 25 markets overall, and quarter by quarter this project will be developed in many more countries, and now is expanding in Europe. So it's easy to understand that its rate of growth will be sustainable in the future because there are many more countries to expand the business in. And at the same time, another big project that has been launched on the 4th of March is Paramount Plus. This project is related to the global streaming that I was telling you before. And according to me, this project is really positive under 2 points of view. The first one, for sure, that we have understood that the streaming business is really a growing one, so to have more offer in this business is absolutely important, and Paramount Plus is a strong offer now. But in the second point of view, now the company can use Paramount that was already inside the business of the company, not just for the movie, but even for the streaming. So it's the same cost, let's say, but much more possibility of sales. And as we have seen with the data, this brings to have a higher sales, less cost, so a really much better financial result. So everything seems perfect, and maybe we want to see the price of the company just going up. But we can see actually that the price had this great dip, but this was not due to some business problem, but was related to another story regarding a hedge fund that we have discussed in the previous video. But absolutely is not related to the business, so it really doesn't care too much. It's just maybe a good opportunity to buy on the dip. But what we have already discussed in the previous video is that the price of this company since 2014 to almost 2020 has always been in this channel, let's say around $46 on the bottom and $6 on the top. And if we focus in the price at this moment, we are around $39. So we are 18% more or less down below from the bottom, even thinking that the business is going much better than before. So for me this is absolutely a no sense, and that's why I put this stock in my portfolio, because at least I want to see the price that will go up to around 46, but with the discounted cash flow model we have already seen that my personal target price for this company on 2022 is $65, 2023 $75. So linking all those target price, we have my line of the intrinsic value of the company, and according to those estimations seems that the value of the company is 55% undervalued compared to its intrinsic value. But please remember that those are just estimation, so you need to understand if this kind of company with the associated risk it's really fit your portfolio, your financial goal. So make your own research and study to understand if really this company fits what you need from an investment. As already said, in my portfolio I have invested in this company, such as well on Discovery, but you can see nowadays my investment is losing almost 13%. But we are not here as a trader, we are here as a value investor. We select good business and we think that the market will recognize what is the intrinsic value of the company. So I'm quite confident that with the time the price of this company will go up. If you want to see our portfolio, the link is just below in the description. You can find the playlist with all value investing analysis that we have already done with all other company just above in the link. And don't forget to smash the like button to help us with the YouTube algorithm, and subscribe to the channel if you like this kind of content. Let me know all your things just down below in the comment, and I'll meet you in the next video.